Hello and welcome to my channel, and today I'm doing a little WIP chat, just a small one. I'm working on this one, you see, for Diamond Art Studio, and it's part of their Purple Showers event 20. So that's what is it, hashtag Purple Showers 25. I'll leave the hashtags for that below in the description should you want to check it out. But yeah, so this is Night Messenger by Anna, oh I can never remember what's her name. Esther Anna Voros. Sorry, Esther. But she's also known as Isir, which I couldn't remember what that was in the unboxing or the kitting up. It's everything you can imagine is real. Apparently it's a quote by Picasso. I had to look it up afterwards. But yeah, this is what I'm working on. The event has only been going for just over a week. Today is the 9th. It started on the 1st. And like, if you know me, you know this is nothing short of a miracle. Because this is like, it's not quite a third, but it's nearly a third of the painting in the week. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. So let's get in position, because obviously the area I'm going to do up here, I will explain about this wiggly woggly, that's not even a word, wibbly wobbly, that's what I meant to say, the wibbly wobbly line. This is how I do my do a lot of my paintings now, and not every time. Sometimes the mood strikes me to be a bit more what's the word I'm looking for? Not organised, no. Disciplined. But, right, let me get the drills. We're going to do some colour blocking, so it's nice and easy. And let's get this here. Move them out of the way. These are my glow-in-the-dark drills, which I am doing on the bunny. And it looks really good when it's in the dark. You'll have to wait until I've finished. I'll show a picture. Not today, obviously, because I'm not going to finish, but I am confident that for once I am going to finish this painting probably in April. Let's hope I haven't completely put the mockers on things. I've just got my straightener here, which I definitely need, because this unfortunately it's one of their older kits. So we do have the nice soft back canvas, but yeah, it's the loose grid, and yeah, it is gappy. Unfortunately, it's always hard, isn't it, when you're doing you do new kits as kits upgrade and stuff, and then you have to go back to an old kit, and you always feel it more. But yeah, so the wibbly wobbly lines is basically just down to, instead of doing them in hard sections, it's something I picked up really from doing, because you know I usually do high confetti pieces, and it's just carrying over into normal paintings I do now. But if you've ever done a high confetti piece, you know it's a constant battle to, you get the colours out and you're like, I've looked, yeah, I've got them all, and then you put the colour away and you get like 2 colours later, it's like you find one that you missed, and so you constantly put in colours in and out, or I am, because you know it can be, it depends, you try to leave it to the end, and now I get better at leaving it to the end. Because what I do is I'm working on this area, and then let's say I've just done this area, and I found the one that I've missed. It's over here as well. So when I pull out the drill to plug the one I miss, I then start to place in this area, and so it's like a rolling section thing. But it doesn't mean I never have exactly straight lines. I guess I'm one of these weird people. I do occasionally use cover paper, but the reason I use cover papers is usually if there's an area, like, I'm not doing it now because it's on camera and I want to show the picture, but quite often I would put a piece of cover paper here just so that I wouldn't accidentally put my hand in it. But I generally I'm not big on cover papers. They're an occasional visitor as opposed to a must-have. But yeah, so it's my way of both combating that frustration. I don't mind if things take me longer, if it doesn't frustrate me, but I get so annoyed if I've missed a colour, which I often do, and then I'll fill out the colour and I'll do one, and then I was like, right, I've done it, and then I'll go back and then I'll find another. It's just like, oh, let's just wait a while, and then I can do the ones in the next section. So it doesn't feel like such a waste of my time having to re-pull out a colour. Yeah, so wibbly wobbly lines. It also helps though, because if you know me, I have a thing about repeating patterns, like primarily from multiplaces. Like if you can see where someone's been multiplacing, because you're getting them lines. This is I do get a little bit of this though. In this, oh, I've missed a drill there. Because this grid is so loose. Like I'm finding that drills are actually, like I'll put it down, and then when I look at it again, it's like it's there's so much space that it's actually turned into like a diamond thing, and it's so twisted, and so I have to get the straightener out, and then the straightener causes creates those straight lines as well. But I can't have drills all skew-iff. Not that bad. I don't mind a bit of a wiggly line, but yeah, it's just like they still have to be in the general vicinity of being square and not a diamond, if that makes sense. I mean, they're all diamonds. Right, and that was a completely off tangent wibble. I haven't even said, I did say hello, but how are you all? How far are we in? Oh, not too bad. Sometimes I'm like 15-20 minutes in and I'm like, oh, I've only been talking about myself. How are you all? Is anybody else doing this event? And how's it going for you, if you are? Or how is your projects in general for April going? Maybe you're doing an Easter painting. Can you believe that? Easter. Did I say what date it was? It's the 9th. I think I did, because I was talking about how much I've done. But Easter is next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend. I'm like, oh my. The year is flying by. But I don't have any. This is as close as it gets, because it's a bunny to being an Easter painting, and it nearly wasn't, because I couldn't make up my mind which painting to do. It was nearly a phoenix, and then everybody's like, "It's a bunny. Do it for Easter." I'm like, "Oh yeah." But let me know if you are doing a specific Easter painting. I saw Diamond Art Club released a couple of Easter specific ones. Or they will do, I think. It's today, isn't it? I think. So, with the time difference, it's not actually happened yet. But future me, I'm not buying them. I'm waiting for, I am hoping for an Easter sale, though. Not gonna lie. Because it's my birthday at the beginning of May. So I'm hoping there'll be a nice Easter sale. And I'll be able to catch it just before, like the tariffs come in. Because the tariffs officially start today. But there's stuff in stock, and apparently it doesn't apply to stuff in transit either. It's only like new exports that the tariffs are going to be on. So there's going to be a bit of a delay with when the tariffs kick in, hopefully. So I'm hoping, and then that's going to be my birthday present from him indoors. The other half. So yeah, I've only got to wait like 10 days. 10 days, and I'll hopefully just hold off with your tariffs for 10 days till I can get my birthday present, and then that's probably it for the year. Let's be honest. I won't be buying anything from anywhere that's gone via the USA, because if it comes from China and it goes via the USA. Yeah, it's just like, it's not even a choice. I cannot afford that. Not that I would, but even if I didn't care about that, I'd just, yeah. These paintings are expensive enough. Fortunately, just like this painting, it's from the UK. A UK company, and yes, it's come from China, but we're not doing any tariff stuff, so I do still have options for my diamond painting, and it's not like I don't have a stash, let's be honest, so I should be all set for a while. It might be a good time for me to reduce my stash. I don't have a crazy stash, but I definitely have enough to cover me for a few years. One day I'll do a stash video, if you want. I know people tend to like them. I'm not sure people would be that excited by mine, because, like I say, I don't have a huge stash. I'm not one of these ones where it's like, you open the craft room door, and like the entire back wall is like shelves of diamond paintings. no. I have one cupboard which has a number in, but that's it. But I probably will do one eventually, because I'm doing my tidying up, aren't I? My, what's the word? Decluttering, that's it. And while I don't plan to declutter any diamond paintings, though I am decluttering some of my colouring book stuff. So if you're into adult colouring as well as diamond painting, I do have a separate channel that's for adult colouring, and I've got a series of videos on there now where I'm gradually clearing out some of the older stuff that I don't use. The next video coming, I'm dreading filming it. I've got to do that soon. Is I need to try and get rid of some of my old colouring books. Trouble is, they have so many. I like books. I think they look good on the shelf. That's the problem. And if I've done some pictures in them, then obviously I've got a bit of an emotional attachment, because there's like memories of when, you know, I can remember a lot of my pictures that I've coloured and what I was doing, you know, where I was and this sort of thing. And yeah, it's hard to, even if you can say, oh, I'm giving it to a charity shop, and somebody else can give it the love that I don't, it's still hard to let go. So I've got that one coming up. I've got to film it. I've been putting it off, but I've got to film it. I've made a big pile of books that I'm going to go through, because obviously I'm not going to, there's some books that are non-negotiable anyway. That's just like, no, I'm never going to ever give that away, or sell it, or throw it away. It's just like, no, that's a keeper. So I've basically made a short list of colouring books that maybe, I don't know. I'm still not convinced that when it comes to the crunch, like I'm thinking, oh, this colour is a bit annoying. I've got a lot of twos stuck together, and every now and again I'll go through and crunch some out, but it's just annoying. Anyway, yeah. So I'm still not convinced that when it actually comes down to it, I'm like, part of me now is like, yeah, I can definitely get rid of some books and make some space. Trying to bribe myself, if I make some space, then that gives me space to put new books in. Do you know what I mean? I'm not convinced that's actually going to work when it comes to the crunch and the actual doing. Yeah, it's tough. But anyway, that's a bit of sidetrack. The point I was starting with, I did have a point, was like, because I am sorting out all my craft stuff and I'm reorganising it, and you know, I'm making space and moving things around, and I'm going to, Easter, talking of Easter, and organising. I've got an IKEA trip planned. We're going to buy some storage. IKEA, it's such a mixed bag, isn't it? Like, it's like, you can never just pop into IKEA. I'm like, we've got to go to IKEA, to my other half, and he's just like, oh, it's like, it's all right, we'll just get it over and done with. And it's not like it's not fun, but that's almost like the thing. Like, once you're there, you just like, just, it's 5 hours later. It's one of those type things. It's like, we've got to do it. It's not that it's not fun, but you're just looking at stuff. It's like going to a museum, except you have to pay, you pay for things that you take away. But yeah, you don't just pop into IKEA. Like, they have it laid out in such a way that you get, once you're through that door, yeah, you're trapped. But yeah, so, but we are going to bite the bullet and go to IKEA and sort out some storage. And then hopefully when I sort out some storage, that's going to move some stuff around the room and get it tidier and more compact. And then eventually I'm going to get to the cupboard with the diamond paintings in. And if I have to pull them all out anyway, because I actually have a plan to move them somewhere else entirely. But it's like that little you know, that little puzzle game, the little, like, it's a square, and inside the square there's a picture, and there's all little squares and one hole, and you're like sliding things around to make the picture. This is what our home is like at the moment. It's like, yeah, I want to do this and move this here, and then after that, but I can't do that until I've moved this, and this can't move because we haven't sorted that. It's one of those. So yeah, going to get some storage, and hopefully that will allow me to slide some stuff around. And then the plan is to get my diamond paintings somewhere else and also make them a little bit more accessible, because at the moment they're all piled on top of each other, which means only the top ones are really accessible, which doesn't help as well with when I pick my next project. I mean, it's hard enough as it is, isn't it? When you buy new paintings, you're really enthusiastic about it, because that's what you wouldn't have bought it if you didn't like it. So there is a habit of like just doing one of the last ones through the door, but that's like even more so with me, because it's such a pain in backside to get to the ones at the bottom. I've got to really want to do the painting at the bottom before I think, oh, let me just yank all these and shuffle them across, and then the neat pile is less neat, and you're like, yeah, I'll sort it out another time, and then stuff gets buried. So that is the long-term goal, and if I've got to pull them all out and do that, then that's when I'll do a stash video. I don't know what I was talking about before I started talking about IKEA, and maybe it was that. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I think it was just talking about stashes, wasn't it? It's the trouble. I get on such a wandering trail of chatter that I completely lose track. Not just once, but like 5 times. And there's people listening, but you didn't talk about. You said you started talking about. And then I never finish. Sorry. This is what I'm like. I love this painting though. This is like, it does have colour blocking, which I'm not a fan of, obviously, but I suspected it would look good. I don't know what that is. A bit fluff, something in my drill. And but like these blues and these yellows, it just pops so well. I love high contrast things. So but at least, you know, with the colour blocking, those are too stuck together. Get in there. You know, with the colour blocking, even though I mostly single place it, I sometimes get my multiplacer and go up the sides. And if it's a really big bit, like I did down in the, you can't see it, it's just down in the leg of the bunny, like this is all black. And I must admit, I did just a little bit. It was just like, it was so depressing. I'm not a fan of colour blocking. I cannot say that enough. I'm not a fan of colour blocking. I've got a little 4 multiplacer. And I don't do it over and over. What I do, because I'm weird, like say this was all solid, I'd be like, right, I'll put 4 there, and I'll put 4 there, and I'll put 4 there, and then I'll put 4 there, and 4 there, and then I'll be down, and I'll put 3 here, and I'll 3 here. So then none of them are joining. But I just feel like it's giving me a head start. What am I like? What am I like? But yeah, so Easter is IKEA week. We're going to go and just bite the bullet and just suck up one of the days. And it'll probably be really busy because it's Easter. The only thing I'm hoping will save me is a lot of people do go... Oh, get off. A lot of people in the UK do go on... like, it's a bit like, I guess, spring break. In the sense that a lot of people go on their holidays because we've got a 4-day weekend and it's school holidays, so a lot of people do go away on holiday and leave the country. So I'm hoping if we go when it's open, it's hoping against hope. IKEA is always busy here. But we'll get it over and done with, and then we'll treat ourselves to it. We could go out for lunch. go out for lunch. If not the IKEA day, it depends. There's something oddly exhausting, isn't there, about IKEA? Or is that just me? I'm not a shopper. I'm definitely not a window shopper either. My other half. He'll go out for a walk. He'll go to, like, and up to the shops, and he'll just like browse. He'll go look at the windows, he'll go inside, he'll have a wander around and look at stuff. He won't buy anything. It's just, he's the worst buyer. It's just like, I saw this thing and I saw, you know, like a pair of Skechers. I really liked them. Oh, why didn't you buy them? He's like, oh, I did really like them. It's like, why didn't you buy them? And then the next week, I'll go back. Oh, he goes, I looked at my Skechers again. It's like, and oh, I couldn't do it. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with him. I've often said that we've got the wrong chromosomes. We swapped. He's got the shopper chromosome, because, you know, the stereotype is always like the woman, isn't it? And who likes shopping. I hate shopping. I don't mind Amazon. I can do shopping sitting on my backside and not have to deal with people. I'm all for that kind of shopping. But yeah, I can start off. I'll go head off out and go to the shops, and I'm all right if I've got a purpose. If I'm going out to that shop to buy that thing, and I'm all right. But I'm not very good at just wandering. And I have a low threshold of like, I'm like a little toddler. Like 1 minute I'll be like happy, and it's just like, no, that's it, I want to go home now, I've had enough. And it just, like, within 10 minutes it's just like, no, okay, I'm done now. He's like, all right. And that is why I let him go out for his walks by himself at the weekend. because it means, whoops, that's upside down, because it means I don't have to deal with it. He gets his little fix, window shopping. He's also doing the walks. You know, I do, I've mentioned I do them. I finished one, actually. Like one of these virtual challenges where you go for a walk. Hang on, I've got the medal. Hang on. Right. So it's a Conqueror Challenge is the name of the people that do mine. Oh, that's already ripped. Let me in. But it's like, you get these, they're really good. I find them really motivational. So this is the big one. If you've been in my cross-stitch conversions, some of those chats, I've mentioned these before. But look at the size of this. So this is like, obviously that's the size of my hand. And let me tell you that this is like, honestly, I don't know how much this weighs, but it's really, really heavy. Like, I can't, it's just like, look, that is made of metal and it's that thick. It's so chunky. So I just did this one, which is 500 miles. I started in September. It took me that long to do. But that's pretty good. I think it averaged about 2.6 miles a day, every day. And yeah, so you get a little ribbon. It's cute. You have an app and you put your miles in. You can sometimes sync it to, like, if you've got an Apple Watch or something that's tracking your steps, and it'll automatically update. This does something. Oh yeah, this is it. Look, it's so cute. This moves. It's got a little Nessie. So cute. I'm a sucker for this sort of thing. Like, just anyway. Yeah, you put it all in the app, and so whenever I go to the supermarket or something, and I'll add on a little bit of a walk beforehand. Like, I'll take the scenic route, so I'll go via the park and down the canal and all this sort of stuff, and then go to the shop and pick up my groceries. And by the time I come back, I've done like 2 or 3 miles. And so yeah, then you put it in your app, and it pretends, you know, it'll put it on, like, they've got like Google Street View thing, and it'll move your little peg man along the route, and it's like you're doing the walk in wherever. I mean, obviously that one was just in Scotland, but I've done ones in Japan, and I did one in Puerto Rico. Where else have I done? The new one I'm starting, which I'm just starting today, is Pompeii. It's only a short one though, unfortunately, but you start off just outside Naples and you go to like Pompeii and you look through the ruins, and then you go on this walk and it takes you up the route to the top of Mount Vesuvius. That's cool. But like I say, it's only a short one. It's like I think 22 or 23 miles, something like that. So I'll have that done in like under 2 weeks. But I got it because I've been to Pompeii. It's really cool. If you ever get the chance to go to Pompeii, highly recommend. Even if you don't think you're a history sort of nerd, like, you can't help it. It's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Especially if you do, we did a little tour thing, had a little tour guide to, you know, explain a lot of the stuff as well. I mean, they have audio guides and, like, obviously have signs up and stuff like that. because the site is massive. It's a really, really big place, and they've still only uncovered, like, I don't know, I'm not even sure they've got half of it. It's yeah, so it's really good. But I'm trying to do medals. Like my criteria for picking medals to do for these walks is one of two things. It's either a pretty medal, which that one was, I like that, and it had a Nessie, or I've been there. So Pompeii, that's why I'm doing the short one. But yeah, it's I do like my walks. It's quite that does motivate me. I'm a sucker for, you know, collecting stuff like that. And I think the point I was starting to make, or well, what put the thought into my head anyway, is that my other half does them as well, and he does a lot more walking than I do. He'll go out on a Saturday and it's just like 10 o'clock, and he'll roll back at like 3 o'clock. He's been for a walk. I'm like, where have you been? It's like 5 hours, and he's been all over the city. Just like, not buying Skechers, but that's a trash drawer. But yeah, so he gets through his a lot faster. Well, he doesn't get through them faster because he always does the really long ones. Like, he just did a Welsh coastal one, which was, I think, 700 or 800 miles. The one before that, he did Land's End to John O'Groats, which, you know, is corner to corner, basically, of England to Scotland, you know, the Great Britain. And that was like 1,000 miles. He did that in like 6 or 7 months. I'm like, whoa. And he only counts the weekends for that, because he does walk around quite a lot with his job. I'm like, well, if you include what you walk around, like just at work, he'll be done in like a month. Just like he walks miles every single day. Right, I think I'm going to change colour in a minute. I can break up these little stuck together drills, but it's not. Oh, I'm pretty much done with them anyway. But we'll put that off to another time. It's not on camera. But yeah, so he does his. There's a massive one for the Great Wall of China, which was really nice. I wanted to do it last year, and they sold out because it was Year of the Dragon, and it was just like it had this huge like red dragon going down the medal. It's a beautiful medal, and it's like, I don't know, 1,800 miles. It's very, 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 very long. I don't know what that is in kilometres. Lots. So I'm persuading him. I think I want it. I want the medal, but I think I'm going to persuade him to do it. Do it for me, and then then I get the medal, and he does the walking. Right. What am I doing? Another colour. Let's do this one. But yeah. It's like, it's really pretty one. And, you know, he doesn't mind, because I remember at the start, I was like, I got it. We started doing this last February last year, because I got it as a sort of, it was almost like a Valentine's gift to both of us. I was like, it'd be really good. We can go for walks together, which occasionally we do. But for the most part, you know, it's just like, we're not going out for walks every day together. So in that sense, it's not. But every now and again, like, I started that Scottish one when we started our cruise, and that was like the way we was doing some exercise while on the ship, because you eat a lot of food on a cruise ship, let me tell you that. And so we would constantly do laps around the deck. So that can't tell if that's just a facet reflection or a hole. No, it's just a reflection, just the light playing tricks on me. And we did that together. We'd go out for our walks. But for the most part, it's like something we do separately. But when he started, I was like, oh, it'd be really good. And I said, I was saying it would be really good. And he's like, oh, I don't really care, you know, because I'm going to go for my walks anyway. Because he always did walk. And he goes, well, I don't really look, because I just go for my walks. I'm like, oh, well, never mind, sort of thing. But you're doing it anyway, because I've bought it now. And do you know what? For someone who doesn't care, he's there every day that he goes out for a long walk. He gets home and he's like, and he's putting it in the app. And there was one time he went to bed because he's like, he works at the crack of dawn basically, and I do not. So he always has to go to bed a lot earlier than I do because I'm a night owl anyway. But he went to bed, and then like 15 minutes later, and let me tell you, when he goes to sleep, when he goes to bed, he's one of these annoying people. It's like, I'm asleep. I was like, oh, but I'll be there tossing and turning, and he'll be like, yeah, I'm going to go to sleep now. Gone. Anyway, he went to bed, and like 10-15 minutes later, he came back in the room. I'm like, hello, what's wrong? What's wrong? And he's like, oh, I forgot to put miles in. Forgot to put my steps in. And he would have been asleep, and he woke up and thought, I've not put the miles in my app, which incidentally he could do the next day. There is actually, no reason why it has to be the same day. You can even backdate it so it's not incorrect on the app. If the default is you put in today's result, mileage. But like if you did today and yesterday, you could put like 5 miles in for today, and then you just flick it's one of them wheelie things, where you just start to, and it would have had yesterday's date, and then you put in yesterday's things, and it will correctly assign. But no, he got up. This is the man that does not care about these challenges. Got up out of bed. I'm like, you know what? You might try and fool yourself, but you don't fool me. But fortunately, in general, like, he's not that fussed about where he goes. I think he wants to do the Route 66 one, but that's another one that's really, really long. I'm like, you can do this dragon for me. And he's like, yeah, all right. Well, when I finish this one. The current one he's doing is one in Germany, I think, called Romantic Road, which I think is like a route that they had for I don't know what, but the medal is a beer stein, so no shock horror here about why he wanted that medal. But it's only a short one. I think it's only like, I don't know, 180 miles, which is nothing by his standards. So he's gonna have that done in no time. He can do the Great Wall after for me. Sorry, I'm going on a right wibble about these medals, aren't I? And nobody cares. Nobody cares. But you did get to see a pretty one, and Nessie. Anybody who says Nessie isn't real, sorry, there was the proof. There was the absolute proof. And if you don't know who Nessie is, then you think I'm bonkers. Google Loch Ness Monster. There you go. He's a bit like, Nessie is, she's a bit like your Bigfoot. Everybody's seen her, but there is like literally no proof exists. But everybody's seen her. Oh yeah, I saw her. And there's all these weird black and white photos from the 50s where someone's seen her. And it's just like this little fuzzy speck. Just, God. Superstition is funny, isn't it? Though it's not just superstition, obviously. It's just like, she's almost a tourist attraction. I'm sure a lot of people go up to Loch Ness. Not expecting to see a monster, but like, you'd probably never have heard of Loch Ness if not for Nessie. So it kind of puts them on the tourism map as well. I'm sure if you go up there, there's lots of souvenir shops and themed hotels or whatever. But I've never been there, so I do not know. All right, this is going well. Let me just do some of this so it feels like it's coming across. Oh, there's a bit there. But yeah, I'm making really good progress on this painting. I'm loving it. There. Sorry, I could hear voices outside, and I was just having a look to see it because I'm nosy. and I think actually it's just someone very, very loud. They're in their parked car because I live by traffic lights, so they're waiting traffic. And I think he might have been talking on the phone. But how loud does a person have to talk on the phone for me to hear it across the street? So he's inside a van, and it's across the street, and I'm 2 floors up. That's UK floors for Americans. I don't know if it's like that for, well, I assume probably all of the Americas. My 2nd floor would be your 3rd floor. Just so you know. We do, it's one of those other quirky little I don't know if it's language, it's societal differences, cultural differences. Like for us, our ground floor is 0 because there's no floor, so it's nothing. Therefore, the 1st floor, you go up 2 flights of stairs to get to the 1st floor. Whereas in the States, oh, what's that? In the States, obviously, you floor the ground. Our ground floor is your floor 1. It's all very confusing, isn't it? I remember the first time I went to a hotel, and it's just, I was on the 1st floor, and I was like, oh no, I've got to carry my suitcase up a flight of stairs. I hope they've got a lift, elevator, and it was not necessary because it was just right there. Right. Things. What have I been up to? Oh, I did my concert. If you have been here before and listening to, has that got a hole in it? There must be something about the light that I'm sitting here. There's some, every now and again I'm seeing things and it looks like there's a hole, and it's not. It's just a facet. I did my Final Fantasy concert. Well, that seems a long time ago. It was the weekend before last. So good. So good. I would do it again in a heartbeat. Now that one does have a hole in it. So good. Highly recommend. And there was loads of people cosplaying there as well, which I love cosplay. I never really do it myself. I did pull out my cat ears. They'll be going, oh, what's she talking about cat ears for? It's just like one of those little headbands. If you've been to a Disney park and you see Mickey ears, right, it's that, but they're not Mickey ears, they're cat ears. Because the character I play in Final Fantasy 14 is like what's the word? When an animal is given human characteristics, an anthropomorphic, morphic. Anyway, they're cat people. They're not cats, they're cat people, but they do have ears. That's the closest I come to cosplay. There was some that just went all out, which is great. I love that sort of thing. I don't do it myself, but I love seeing other people doing it, and they're just having a good time. We need that, don't we? More in the world. It's just like just have a good time. But yeah, so that was fun. I did really enjoy that, and it was nice. We had lovely weather, so I went up and met my friend just before lunchtime, and it was so nice weather. We were like, do you know what? We could just, grab a sandwich and find a bench, and because there was we was planning to go to a museum, and it has like a little gardenish area with benches and stuff outside. We're like, do you know what? We could just grab a sandwich, sit on a bench, and then we can go straight into the museum afterwards. And that's what we did. It was really nice, and it was nice to see her because it's been a while since I've seen her. And so, yeah, so all very pleasant. And then we went to the Natural History Museum, which is always good. Saw a few dinosaur bones, as you do. And then we went and had a pizza. And then we went to the concert. And it was all very good. And I was home by 10:30 because I know how to live. It was a long day though. Because I went out at I think I went out about 11:30. So it was like nearly a 12-hour day. Just like on my feet and being social. So I was a bit tired. I was just worn out. Too old for this stuff. But yeah, that was very pleasant. What else have I been up to now? Oh yeah, there. And what have I been up to diamond painting wise? Well, obviously I've been doing this. I did just film a video for, I don't know if you saw my year in review, and I had an awful, horrible, cheapo popping canvas that was just like, really should have just been thrown away. I was like, you know what, instead of throwing it away, I'm gonna seal it and do a tester for a sealer, because so far so good. All my high quality paintings that I like and want to hang up and stuff like that, they've all been good, but one day there's going to be a canvas that I love, and it's for one reason or another I'm going to have to seal it because it's misbehaving. And I do not want to have to make that the first canvas I ever seal as my sort of test experiment, because if it goes wrong then I'll probably ruin my canvas. So I thought, oh, do you know what, it could, this horrible canvas, it can be a noble sacrifice, it can be good for something. So I've just filmed that video. It's the art dot sealer, because like in the min what's it called, min max polyacrylic, which everybody like rants and raves about oh it's the best ever. Well, like that's an American product, and so we can get it on Amazon, but it costs like £18, which is like, I don't know, $25–30. No, yeah, probably about $25 for a little can of fancy stuff. And it's just like, oh, do you know what, let's just try something cheaper. And this way, and because I'm doing it on this canvas that I don't really care about, if I don't like it, I've still got the, you know, the option to still buy that sealer. So that's out in the kitchen right now, drying. I moved it out of the way. I thought I'd put it in the kitchen because there's less fluff and things to risk. When I was carrying it out, I was like, don't drop it, because I do have carpets and stuff. I'm just like, don't drop it on the carpet. Don't drop it on the carpet. Like, there's enough dust and fluff in this place as it is without actually dropping it on it. As it was, I laid it down. I'm like, oh, is that hair? Because you know I shed like a cat. So I'm like, oh, let's get the tweezers and put out the hair that's now laying on top. I don't know why I care, because like I say, this thing should have been just thrown away. But instead it's making itself useful. So yeah, that's a video coming up. And then what else? Then now that I've decided to put away my pink black project for now at least, then I'm going to give my cross stitch conversion a bit more love. So that's nice. I might do that. I might do another. I wonder if I can fit that in before Easter. That's the thing about Easter. Like, my other half is home. That's got a hole in it. Get rid of that. So I won't be recording. And he's got an extra couple of days off as well around Easter. So he's to make it into an extra long weekend. So I'm like, oh, what can I get filmed before Easter? So that it's, you know, not done. I'll have to see if... So next week is like only a 3-day week for me. I'll see if I can get another cross-stitch conversion on my dragons done. But if not, it'll have to be after Easter. At least I'd have something to talk about. Probably me moaning about the queue to pay at the tills in IKEA. Even the self-serve will probably have a queue. Oh well. Right, let's do that and that. And then it's another bank holiday after Easter as well. I think it's only like, 2 weeks. 2 weekends after Easter. So you've got Easter weekend, then a weekend, then another weekend is another bank holiday. It's a good time of year for bank holidays, assuming the weather's nice. Which, to be fair, even in the UK, I don't think we can complain about the weather. It is a bit cloudy today. There's a little bit blue up there. But today is really the first day that hasn't been bright sunshine at some point. And it's still only early. It might burn off this afternoon. But yeah, we've been sitting on our balcony in the evenings. Admittedly not for long, but you know, as soon as it goes into sort of sunset territory, It's just like the temperatures drop so fast. It's like, yeah, no, that's cold. Let's go inside. But briefly, when the sun is out, because we're like little kind of sheltered on the balcony from the wind, yeah, we've had some lovely weather for sitting outside. Apart from one of our neighbours smokes. And when I say smokes, let's just say it does not smell like normal cigarette smoke, shall we say that? So it's just like, oh my god, we'll sit outside and we're like, why am I so happy? I'm feeling really good about life at the moment. It's just like, why is it? It's just I was all right before, but now I feel happy. So yeah, but apart from that, it's really nice to sit outside. And we're enjoying it. Let's hope this is not summer. I mean, anything is possible. This could be the best weather we get. I can still hear those voices. No, they're different people. Just everybody's feeling very loud today. I don't know why people have to talk at the top of their voices. Especially on the phones. It's just like, why are you talking so loud on the phone? Like, that's the point of a phone. You're talking so loud that people can probably hear you without the phone. I think, where was it there? Oh, right, Wibble. Right. But you don't get the kids screaming today because it's school holidays. So that's another reason I should probably try and get some filming in. Just enjoy a bit of peace and quiet. I'm surprised they don't have a kids club. They usually do. Well, maybe that's just the summer holidays, because the summer holidays are obviously a bit longer. Do this, do this, and do that. Right, see, I'm starting to get a bit bored with that. I think I'm going to go into this bit because it's a bit more confetti-y. And then I think I'll probably just call it there, because I wasn't planning for this to be a long chat. Mostly because I didn't think I had much to say, but apparently I did. And it was all about their medals, wasn't it? I was just medals and shopping. Where do I get these tangents from? Right, let's do. What should I do? Let's do H. There's only a few of those. And yeah, so what I've been up to, and for my adult colouring channel, which I know you're not, most of you aren't going to be interested in, but just in case, I did recently put up a video. I finished a colouring book. It's not a fancy colouring book. It's one of these, well, it's supposed to be a one colour, like a sort of, so it's like a sort of a mosaic type thing. And you choose your colour and you can colour the whole thing in one colour, and it just like pops out a little sort of silhouette type picture. But I can't do anything in one colour. It's just like, remember, I don't like colour blocking. So I definitely don't like colour blocking when it comes to colouring a picture either. So I do rein it in, but yeah, so I did a flip through of that. So that was fun. So actually, it's the first time I've ever finished a colouring book. Little colouring book or not. I've never done it. So that was fun. If you want to check that out, should you be curious? Probably not, but you know, it's all about trying to appease the YouTube gods, isn't it? It's just like, go visit my other channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, it's just so annoying. I hate that I have to say that. It feels, I'd never be a good salesperson. If I had my way, I would never ever talk about the like button. I would just ignore it. But the sad truth is that if you don't interact with people's videos, then it'll stop pushing them. It stops, you know. showing them to other people, so my whole channel would just like be in mothballs. It is what it is. Right, oh, I've got some H's over here. H's there, 2 there. See, I like this one a bit more because they're all scattered about. Any more? One there. Oh, 2 on the edge. Then you missed those. It would have been fine though if I'd missed those. I'd come back from, and then I could carry on like over here where I've got more H's. But I would leave it because you know, I'd see them there and I was like, it's fine, I'll fill in more here, and then as I'm moving across, then I'm closer to those H's. And it feels more natural then to pull out H. One more and then I'm going to stop. What should I do? Should we do lollipops? Let's do the lollipops. Yeah. I won't be doing all the lollipops because I get bored with the lollipops, but I quite like this green. Nice green. Oh, there's yes, that is a hole. Any more? I will say that I don't know if they still are. Somebody told me that they've upgraded their drills as well since sometime last summer. Apparently, well, I don't know because I've not had any of their new kits since then, or I've not worked on them. But I will say that, at least in the past, I do like Diamond Art Studios drills. They're nice and sparkly, and when they're good, they're very good. But I do find they run high to a lot of trash. When you consider I've done a third of the painting, and this is my trash so far. And this one in particular, I don't know why. So many concave drills. Look, you can see here where I've got 2 stuck together, and obviously where they're stuck together, they're convex, isn't it? When it bulges out, fat butts. I got a lot of innies and outies of these drills. It's so annoying because like tabs you can spot quite easily, but you know, some of them can have concave bottoms, and I'd not know it because they're laying straight in the tray, and it's only when you realise that like it's like you can see them start to pop out or hang off, and you're like, oh yeah, like the concave ones will fall off, and the convex ones, they kind of like skid around because, you know, they're like a little weeble. Do you know what a weeble is? Weeble, it was a toy. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down, and they were sort of egg-shaped, and like you could flick them, and they were just like boing, boing. It was a kid's toy. So they're a bit like that. It's like, what is that? And you can see it standing up higher than the rest, and you poke it, and it's just like, yeah, it's just like meow, meow. Definitely that's how it goes, meow, meow. So a little bit annoying, but as long as I've got enough drills at the end, that's what matters. Hopefully I will. I've only ever run out of drills once from a Diamond Art Studios kit. It was my fox that I did for last year's event, and it was one of the light colours, and it wasn't even trashy or anything. I just ran out, but it was like, I don't know, 20 drills, and I had it in my stash. I was just like, do you know what? Sometimes it's not even worth the effort, because you know, I'd say, oh, I'd let them know so they know to fix it in future, but like probably I was the only person that was short. Do you know what I mean? It's not like it's just one of those random things that sometimes the drills just come out a little bit short in the bag, and you know, it happens for one person or 2 people. It's not a manufacturing problem overall. If I thought it was like something that you know, they'd have to fix, then you'd mention it, but I didn't even bother because I had the spares. 20 drills. It was nothing. It was not an effort, but that's the only time I've ever run it, and I have done quite a lot of Diamond Art Studio kits, so I think if that level of trash wasn't accounted for properly by now, I'd know by now, so it's all good. like I say, hopefully. I've got one of those, well, I've got a few of their chart to art to do. And I think hopefully, because they was, one of them at least, I know wasn't even designed. Because that's the thing, sometimes, like, you think you get the upgrade, like, this, I only bought this in like October or November, so technically it's after the new drills, except it wasn't, because it was in their current, you know, it wasn't a restock. So even if they haven't had new drills, then it wouldn't reach this canvas yet. But yeah, where was I going with that? Don't know, don't care. I think I'm gonna start to finish up, because this is, I'll be working on this again tonight. I honestly, I'm just enjoying this canvas so much. And it does help that I'm putting in, like here, all these drills are all glow in the darks. It looks so cool. I just, oh. I'm such a sucker for, you know, that sort of novelty gimmick. Yeah. Give me a gimmick. And I'm on board. So I'm pretty sure that and like the colours just are so nice. Like, it really pops. It's a lovely picture, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Let's just put this in, fill that gap. Let's fill that gap. Get off. Oh, all right, go up there. Let's try filling that gap again. There we go, and then we'll do these couple of gaps up here. Any more gaps? No. But we're going to do one there anyway. Okay, stop. That is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I'd appreciate a thumbs up on the way out the door if you can. And if you've not seen the kitting up of this canvas and are interested, I'll leave a link to that right there. Bye for now.